volume stuff. Some of the concepts they have not learned yet. So probably that can explains why yes, they might not score. Let me just launch this. We do 2020 first. So let me just go to box. So it's under self-learning. Not self-learning, it's under sharing. Under V. Under pass. Okay, this is good. Zoom in. Okay, so these days I'm actually using Miro. Miro is a very good software or app so that I can upload the PDF here and then just do it here. Okay, so the best thing about Miro is you can pen to anywhere and you have a blank space. You don't have to flip pages.
But if you go anywhere and right,
Yeah.
can you like in the end you cannot find it?
Can you just zoom in then you can see. Then you can have a bird's eye view. Probably next time you can do the search. Like you just do a search and they will just point you to there. Okay, 2020. And then I can actually flip the pages here also. Page 2. So what do you talk about? Page 2. Okay, let's talk about the harder questions first. Not interested in the first few pages. Okay, question 18.
I have questions that I don't know how to do.
Yep, let's go through those first. I think let's start off with the question 20. Did we talk about this question during our class? Our last lesson?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so let me just emphasize this question one more time to you because this is a very common question and very common. It's so common that you have to know how to solve. Okay, they ask you for the cross-sectional area. So what's the meaning of cross-sectional area?
The middle.
No. Cross-sectional area means the layer or the uniform layer area.
I don't think my mom printed it out. Because after this was the answer sheet and then I tore it out. After this one.
Never mind. Yep, never mind. So basically just 18. So never mind. You have not done 18 in a way. But anyway.
After this is also the answer sheet.
Never mind.
I tore it out.
So never mind. So basically, I just want to talk about the concepts. I don't care so much about whether you have done this question or not, because one question is insignificant. You have not done this question is fine. But I just want to. What is the meaning of cross-sectional area? Is the area of that uniform layer you cut out. Yeah, you need to. If you don't know the meaning of cross-sectional area, then you will find the wrong thing next time. So in a way, you might not get this question correct also because you don't understand what's the cross-sectional area.
Okay,
what's the meaning of uniform layer in this case?
that means all of the layers are the same.
Okay, so can you tell me how you cut this prism, or how do you cut this solid?
From the top,
Like this, right?
yeah, and
Down, right?
yeah.
Okay, so in a way, right, the area of that uniform layer you cut out. So you cut out, not the question cut out. Oh, you cut out, not the question cut out. Okay, so once you cut this out, right, so what do we have? You have this, right? So because I cut the way you suggested, so you are supposed to get this right. And then of course there's a circle here. Okay? Okay, good. So basically you need to find the area of this thing. Because you tell me you want to cut it this way, right? Because only you cut it this way and you start to have a uniform layer. Am I right?
Yeah.
Can you cut it this way? Let me try. Can you cut it this way or not?
Cannot.
Why not?
Because all of the other like layers will not be the same.
Correct. So if you cut it this way, you can see. Okay? Probably this one, they are the same. But this one is smaller. This one is the smallest. Then this one is smaller. You understand me?
Yeah.
So you don't have a uniform layer. So you cannot cut it this way. Okay? So once you cut this out, then you know, how do you find the area of this? So the question you ask yourself is, which one is solid here? Which one is not solid here? Okay, so if you read the question careful enough, they will say that given the area of this OAB is this one, so this is O, A, B. So this is A, this is B, and this is your O. Okay, so given that the area of this, the green one, is 15.088 cm square. Okay, the green one is 15.088. Okay, and they say that with a circular hollow. You know what's if you read this, okay, it's called circular hollow. You know what's the meaning?
In the middle there is like one circle prism thing that is hollow.
Hollow. So yes. So what this question means is this whole thing is solid except what? Except this part. Except the circle. Okay? Except the circle. So how do you find the area of the empty part? So how do you find the empty part?
Find the
So in order to find the empty part, you use the
find the radius.
no. Okay, of course. That will help you find the what? If you find the radius. Okay, good approach. So you want to find the R first. So the R. So over here they say this is 5. Let me use it.
5 cm.
Yeah, they say 5 cm. They say this is 5 cm. So like you say the radius is 5/2 is 2.5 cm, and then
find the area of the circle first.
Very good. So the area of the circle is
2.5 times pi.
So it's pi times 2.5 square, right?
Yeah.
So don't have to write in that manner, just write in this manner. And did they say the oh no, so just use your calculator and just give me the answer. Give me the answer given by your calculator.
6.25
6.25 something?
pi.
Okay, good. Just write it like this first. So it's cm squared, right?
Yeah.
So this is the area of the circle.
Then
So
6.25 times the length.
为什么6.25 times the length?
The length on top. The 6.25 pi times the length on top.
Why you want to times the length on top?
Because it's the hollow part, right? So that means it stretches out to the like throughout the
Oh, okay.
entire place.
What's your objective in this case? What's your objective?
To find the area of that thing.
Area, right?
Yeah.
Area of which thing?
Of the hollow part.
No, they don't want to find the area of the hollow part. They say cross-sectional area.
Oh.
Cross-sectional area is the area of that uniform layer you cut out, right? You cut out, not the question cut out. You cut out is this part. The question cut out is cut out the this part.
Okay,
The circle.
but still times the
Okay,
length.
you hold on first. So, in a way, what you need to find is the area of that uniform layer. So that uniform layer I already cut out for you. I mean I already extract it out for you, right? And then the question cut out something further. So you, in a way, right, you cut out this whole thing. Okay, you cut out this piece of thing, right? without the circle actually. But the question says, hey, the question want to cut out further. Want to cut out the circle also. You understand or not?
Mm-hmm.
So that means the black part is not there.
Okay.
So what is the area you need to find?
The prism minus the black part.
That means this whole piece of thing, right?
Yeah,
Minus the black one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the black one you already have, which is this. Okay? So your job is to, so that means you need to read the question. The question one cross-sectional. So you get the cross-sectional layer out first, which is this piece of thing. And then the question, you cut out this piece of thing, the question cut out further, which is the circle. So you found out what's the area of the circle, which is here, right? So now your job is to find out what's the entire thing, including the circle. So what's the entire thing including the circle? Yeah, which means this.
The circle is not cut off.
Not cut off, yeah. Because you use the entire piece of, wait, this is called orthogon. So this is the orthogon. So you use the orthogon, you minus this, which the question cuts out. Then that will be the the remaining area, right?
Yeah.
So they tell you this ABC is, this triangle ABC is
The triangle
15
ABC times 8.
correct, 15.088. So so basically if you write down this is the area of the circle, then this is the area of the orthogon, which is 15.088 times 8 of them, right?
Yeah, so
because you have 8 of them. Yeah,
120704.
1207.704, right?
Yeah.
cm square.
Yeah.
Okay, so please preserve the accuracy. If not, you get penalized, which is not worth it. Okay, so y times 8, because orthogon should have 8 of this OAB. Okay, if it's a pentagon, which is 5-sided, then you should have 5 of them. Does it make sense? So you can actually sketch it out to know how many such triangle you have. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Yeah, that's why you have 8. Okay, you can actually count, okay, in order not to make mistake. Okay, good. So the area of the orthogon is this, and then the question cut out one more circle. So what is left is 120, this one, minus the 6.25 pi to preserve the accuracy. So you have 101.069, continue, 0459. Good, okay. Never mind. So just preserve the accuracy first. Write down what is given in the calculator. Then finally you go and, they say 3 significant figure. Now you go and round to 3 significant figure.
Shouldn't there be like dot 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 at the back? Because
不用了. So this is, they understand this is from calculator. Okay? So of course you don't have to bracket calculator like that. Okay? So you just write down what is given in the calculator. Then the final step is to round to 3 significant. So when you round to 3 significant, it's a good practice to write down, hey, it's 3 significant, 3 SF. So if it's 1 decimal place, you just 1 DP. Okay? So you write down why you do to 101. Because that means you need to write down this statement. It's also a good practice to write down this. Maybe say from calculator. Okay? It's a good practice. If you don't write, fine. But if you write it out, I think it's a very good gesture to your examiner. Okay? They will appreciate it. Okay? Then next, then you just see whether the question says, yes, they ask you to show is 101. So you have shown. Yeah. So basically you just write shown. Okay? So you need to know what is the objective for this part of the question. The objective is to find the cross-sectional area. So cross-sectional area is the area of that uniform layer you cut out. Okay? And then of course, this is the orthogon that you cut out, and then the question cut out further, so you have to minus the circle, the question cut out, to find the cross-sectional area. Because this part is not there actually. Okay, so now question, that means next part. Next part is all exposed sides of the prism are painted. So you need to paint. You need to paint. So they ask you what is the cost of the painting if you need to paint it.
And they're just asking for the surface area.
Yes, so first you need to find the surface area first. Then they say
I have
0.12 cm square. Oh, this is the cost per 1 cm square. So 0.12 per cm square. So it's 1 cm square. So depends on what's the surface area. So you need to find the surface area first. So what's the surface area of this thing?
I have a question.
Yep, yes, go ahead.
When they say exposed area, do they only mean like outside the exposed area, like the sides, or also have to count in the circumference of the hollow part?
So exactly. So what is your strategy to find the total surface area in this case? So very good question. So what is your strategy to find out? Okay, so this question, I think the strategy is, okay, I will get the front and the back first. Front and the back. Front and the back means what? Here and here. So front and the back is the same, right? So I just find 1 and then times 2, right? Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So actually I have found the front already, which is here, right? Okay, so in this case, are you going to use 101? Are you going to use 101 or are you going to use the calculator answer?
101.
Wrong. Why you are supposed to use the calculator answer instead of 101?
More accurate.
Yes, you want to preserve the accuracy. So you better write down the answer from the calculator. Okay? Then times 2. So what's the answer?
I can't read your handwriting.
Never mind, you just 690459.
Is that
101
0 in the
point.
middle?
Yep, 101.06, yes. This one too thick. Just
202.138.
it's okay. So save your trouble, right? Okay. Don't round off first. You know why?
Why?
Preserve the accuracy. Okay. What the question wants? The question wants the total surface area, right? Is this the total surface area?
Yes, no,
Part of it.
part of it.
So if this is part of it, let's say you go and truncate. Truncate means get rid of the decimal numbers. You are actually count less. You are actually count less.
Okay.
Am I right?
Yeah.
So imagine I have $2.3, and then just for convenience, I have 2. So you count less what? You count less than what you have, right? Okay? You have discounted what you have. You get rid of the 0.3 already. Let's say Monday you have 2.3, but you okay, let me give you a simple example to illustrate. When we only round off for the final answer. Or actually, if the final answer, okay, when do you need to round off? That's the question actually. You shouldn't round off at all. You shouldn't round off at all, if possible, right? So the final answer, accuracy. So in fact, the final answer should be the most exact answer, as exact as possible.
What if they want 3 significant figures?
So that is called round off, right? So if the question wants 3 significant figure, so you only round off to the final one. Okay?
Okay.
So what I'm trying to tell you, let's say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So let's say Monday your allowance is 5.2. This one is 4.3. This is 3.6. This is 3.75. This is 6.2. So let's say they want you to find the final. I mean, they want you to find the sum. So you are going to do what? You are going to add all these up, right? And then you get the final answer, right? That will give you the sum, right? Am I right? No, I don't need the sum, right? But what if, for convenience, you say, hey, 5.2 never mind lah, just don't care the 2, just 5 4.3, I don't care, 4. 3.6, okay, round up, 4. This one, round up. This one, 6. Imagine you go and do this, and then you go and add it up. Let's say this is called sum 1, this is called sum 2.
23.
No, I don't want the answer. What do you think? Do you think your sum 2 is going to be the same as your sum 1? No. So in a way, right, your sum 1 is not going to be equal to your sum 2. And your sum 2 is what? I would say your sum 2 is not accurate at all. Your sum 1 is the most accurate. Why? Why your sum 1 is the most accurate?
Because it has the exact number.
Yes. Okay? And then the final answer should be the most exact one, right? As exact as possible. Okay? So therefore, the same thing here. Can you see that your this front and back, right? It's just maybe your Monday allowance. You understand me? Are you going to truncate the decimal numbers?
No.
So you are not supposed to do it. Why? Because if you
It's
truncate,
not accurate.
yes, if you truncate the 0.1380918, right? So it's the same thing you do to your Monday allowance. You truncate the 0.2, and then that is going to affect your final answer. And if you truncate okay, right now we truncate the front and back. So maybe later you truncate the bottom and the top and the bottom. And then later you truncate the left and the right. So you are actually doing the same thing to your sum 1 by doing sum 2. Right? You don't want to do that. Basically you don't want to do sum 2. You want to do sum 1. You want the most exact one. Understand?
Yeah.
So therefore you preserve the accuracy by writing down the answer from the calculator. So I just count. Okay? So front and back, done deal. So this one done, my back also done. So the next step is this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have 8 pieces of this. Okay, so you are calling this what? Okay, you're calling it what? You can call it the surrounding surface. So you have 8 of them, right? So one of them is this is 5. So 5 times 13. So you have 8 of them, right? So you times 8. So this is one of them. So you have 8 of them, that's why you times 8. So what's the answer? 520, I think.
520.
Yeah. Okay, so you have consider the surrounding also. And then now you have this, because you remove this thing out, right? So in a way you have a cylinder inside, right? So that is called probably you can call it the internal. So it's really up to you how you call it, as long as you understand. So you call it the internal cylinder surface.
What's internal?
Internal angle, interior angle.
Spelled it wrong. Internal.
Oh yes. Okay, internal surface. So internal surface is given by the what? Given by what?
Given by the
Yep, circumference. The circumference times the length of it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so circumference is 2 pi r. I write down the formula first. Then times the length, which is 13. So I write down a formula first. Then what I need to do later on is I just sub in. R is 2 by 5. 13. So 2 times 2 by 5, 5 times this, 65 pi. So I want to preserve accuracy. Okay, now I'm going to add up. So I'm going to add up this one. I'm going to use the most accurate answer, okay? That's why I don't truncate anything. I don't round. Then this is 520. And then add 65 pi. So what you need to do, you are going to key this into your calculator and write down the calculator answer. That will give you the total surface area. To save your trouble, please give your calculator to me.
926.3
926.3
for 16143.
Good. So this is the total surface area, but that's not the final answer. They want the cost. Just now we talked about $0.2 per 1 cm square, right? So now you have 926.3416143. You just times 1 point, yeah, times 0.12. So what's the answer? So you just, to save your trouble, just give your 111 point
116,099,37.
So this is the dollar. So when it comes to dollar, what you need to do?
Round up.
2 decimal places. Right?
Yeah.
So you have to give the calculator answer. Okay? So you see what I have done a lot of work, but I have not rounded off anything in the middle. Actually, what I have done, right, despite doing a lot of work here, what I have done is I only round off at last. You realize? I only round off at last. Okay? I didn't even use the 101 to find the front and the back. No. Because if I use 101 for the front and the back, right, it's the same thing you do to your Monday. You're supposed to have 5.25, but somehow you just, for your convenience, you take 5. It's not going to preserve the accuracy if you take 5 instead of 5.25. So the same thing. I want to preserve the accuracy as much as possible, so I have not rounded off until the last step, which is here. And by the way, I have to round off. Why? Because it's dollars. So dollars is 2 decimal places. That's why I write down. Understand?
Yeah.
Yep. And by the way, I cannot express this in a mixed number. So the only way I can do is I round off to 2 decimal places. So that's how you get the answer for this. Alright?
Okay.
And by the way, I have not, I did not even round off the total surface area, because if I round off the total surface area and times the 0.12, right, my answer is not going to be accurate.
Okay.
You understand me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you preserve the accuracy as much as possible for the intermediate step. Intermediate step means before your last step. Okay? So that's how you get the part B. And now let's come back to the question. And they ask part C already. Okay, we'll pass you what they ask. Let me just zoom in a little bit. They say the cost of painting a prism is 1/3 of the cost of producing a prism. So the cost of painting is only 1/3 of the cost of producing. So this one, why I circle this one? Why I never circle this one?
Because they only want to.
Correct. So they say the cost of painting this is only 1/3 of producing. So that means this 111.1609937 is only 1/3 of
The produced.
the prism. Right? That means the solid lah. You know what's the meaning of produce? Produce means like, oh, I want to manufacture this thing up. Huh? So what is the cost of producing a prism? So you divide by 3. Or you divide by 1/3. Or you times 3.
Times 3.
Yeah, you times 3. So what do you get?
333.48.
Okay, hold on. So 333.48 什么
29811.
？298. Okay. 什么
29811.
dollars? So just you have to round, right? Because the final step already, right? So it's 2 decimal place. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is from calculator. So let me just double check. Calculate the cost of producing 1 cm. Oh, they want 1 cm. They don't want the. This is the total. This, you know, this is producing the whole thing. This is producing the whole thing. But they will just want 1 cm only. 1 cm cube. So you have to use this divide by the total volume of the prism.
Are we supposed to use 48 or 4829.8?
Very good. We are supposed to use the. We are supposed to use this. Okay, we are not supposed to use this thing, because if we use this, our accuracy is not preserved, which is not right. Okay, so therefore, but we have to find the total volume of prism first. So for the total volume of prism is base area
Times height.
times the height. If I recall correctly, the height is 13, and the base area is the uniform layer we cut out, right?
Yeah.
So that one is, okay, let's go to there. Is 101. Is here 101. So it's 101.0690459. Okay, so you times 13. So what do you have? 90459.
Times 13.
Yes.
1313.
131.
3.
1313.
Yeah. Point 8975. 97.
I just want to know one of it. So you take the 333.4829811 divided by this 1313.897597. So that's the answer. But of course, you can round because it's dollars. Which one?
333. Is that 7 at the end?
Here?
Yeah.
Yep, 7.
0.253812.003.
Done. Okay, this is 1 cm cube. Okay, so for this question, right, not only you need to know how to find the total surface area, volume, you also need to know how to preserve the accuracy. Okay, I think a lot of students, right, they don't get full marks for this question, right, even though they know the concepts, how to find volume, they know how to find total surface area, but somehow their accuracy is not preserved, so they will get penalized probably 2 marks. Okay, so never mind. So I will get this question out, and I will just add this question to the or I can add a similar question to your next homework. Then we can solve this together. Okay, good. So question 17.
Question 17 is here.
Yeah, I can also see it from here also. Hold on, let me zoom in. question 19 ah. Is it 19?
No, 17.
17 first ah. Oh, okay. But you 等一下。Okay, something funny. Okay, this is question 20. And then question 19, which is a graph. Did you print it out?
There was no graph.
Yeah, lor. Yeah, yes. So I don't know why your mom did not
Sure.
print out.
After this
Yep.
was a whole entire like
Yep,
answer
sure,
sheet
sure,
until like
sure.
question 12, and then
Yeah.
I ripped it off.
sure.
And after that one
Yeah.
is a whole entire answer sheet. And then
If
I
it's
also
answer
ripped it
sheet, then
off.
how come I'm looking at question 19 also?
It's just an answer sheet.
Then how come? No, it's okay. So I'm looking at 18. I'm even looking at 18. So you have 18, 19, 20 missing. Plus the
Because
answer
after
sheet.
that was an answer sheet, and then I ripped it off.
Okay,
and
if
I
you
put
tell
it.
me it's the answer sheet, right? Okay, never mind. If you tell me it's the answer sheet, where got the answer sheet? I don't see any answer sheet. There's no answer sheet, right? 没有嘞。
God. Sure.
Wait. Did you print out your own stuff or you print out my stuff?
My mother printed out.
If you look at what I have here, there are no answer sheet because I already somehow I truncate the answer sheet. Yeah, let me 2021. If you look at 2021, I've not included your answer sheet, so I don't know which. Okay, let me see if there are answer sheet here. Okay, here you have. So basically, you should print from page 1 to page 21.
Okay.
For 2021 is that. Then for this 2020, there's no answer sheet. I mean there are answer sheet, but you can print accordingly.
The one that I sent to my mother is this one. Should I show you?
Never mind, you see. So you should print until page. 没有啊，这个没有 answer sheet。2020没有 answer sheet。2020没有 answer sheet。
Should I show you?
2020 is 没有 answer sheet。You don't give me another PDF, okay? You only give me one PDF and I take that PDF as my reference. Okay? I take that PDF as my reference. You go and find another PDF and you show me, hey, I have this PDF. I don't take that one. Because you send me this PDF, I just take this as a reference. You see? There's no answer sheet for this. Okay? So never mind, you have not done the question. I'm fine with that. But next time, you don't give me this shit again, okay? Okay? The answer sheet is on a piece of paper on their own. You can show me, but
No, it's not on a piece of paper on its own. It's connected to the whole entire paper.
okay, if it's connected, then how do you explain this?
You see?
You send me this PDF. You better show me something something that matches your description, okay?
Okay. Yeah. See?
Good that you show me.
It's
This answer
connected
sheet
to the paper.
this answer sheet is the last page. If you print it out, I'm expecting that answer sheet is going to be on one page. And you can just put it aside and you can do the rest.
I ripped it out.
You are supposed to rip this one.
Yeah, but I didn't. There was no rest.
You better stop your nonsense before I.
I'm. Really?
Okay, we are not here to argue about all this non-study related stuff. Okay, if it shows here or here as one single page, just one single page. Okay. You rip how many? You rip. Let me count the page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. You ripped up 6 pages. Yeah, you ripped up 6 pages while the answer sheet is just 1 page. Okay.
I didn't.
It's okay. You better make it up next in your next assignment. When you have not done those questions, 18, 19, 20, you make it up in your next lesson. Okay? And this is over. No point talking about non-study related stuff. Okay? Good. So let's look at question 17. Questions that you have done. I think last lesson you also have missing question. Okay, never mind, 17 first. Okay, this one, they ask you for DE. And then they also ask you to
That one is the
BC
D. This
produce
one is
at E. No, do you read part 2 or not?
Yeah, I did.
You read again? Because you have not done.
Construct a line parallel to AB.
Which you have done, yes.
That passes through D to meet BC produce.
Meet BC.
How can it be parallel to AB?
Okay, parallel. Okay, this one parallel already.
Yeah. But still meet BC. Because
How?
then that way it won't be parallel.
Maybe you don't understand the second statement. Good. You show that you don't understand the second statement. You understand the first statement, parallel. Okay, good. You have done that, parallel. Yep, parallel. Then, what's the second statement?
To meet BC.
To meet BC. Where is to meet BC?
BC is here.
Okay, so how to meet BC? How this one can meet BC?
Bend.
Bend?
Yeah, if you bend it, then it's not parallel anymore. But
Yeah,
it will
must be
meet
parallel.
BC.
Must be parallel first, and then at the same time meet BC. You can't take your brain to think of this second statement.
Then it's not parallel anymore.
No, parallel must be parallel first. That's why I say you score. Is it 2 marks or 1 mark? Sorry. And they ask for what? The length of DE. So to meet BC, yeah. Wait. Did you read it correctly or not? Okay, so it says construct a line parallel to AB that passes through D. Passes through D. Okay, pass already. To meet BC. To meet BC. BC is here, right?
Yeah. So how can it meet
Produce
BC?
at E. Why you pick your E here?
Because that's where it ended.
没有啊 if you can extend it, it's still parallel. I mean your E can be anywhere. Let's say you extend it here. Your E can be here also leh. Your E can be here also leh. Why you pick that one? There are many E leh. But they say your E must such that it meet BC. Where's your BC?
Here.
Yep, BC is here. So it must meet BC. You know? Yeah, this is the E. Because this is where you meet BC. Correct. Parallel at the same time you meet BC. Yep, so that's the way you think of this second statement.
Oh, I
Okay.
thought they want us to bend this
No,
one.
bend that means it's not parallel. You must be parallel first. That's the first requirement. Parallel is no bend. Okay? Parallel first, then meet BC at point E. So BC is here, right? So they meet BC here. So basically you need to extend BC then. Okay? So therefore you need to measure this. Understand?
But they say pass through D.
Then pass through D then sorry. So basically you just
But that's
measure
at
this.
D.
Yeah lor.
That's
Because
not
they want
pass
DE
through.
can you say DE or not?
It's not pass through. That's at D.
Yeah. But they want you to measure from. You know what's the meaning of DE or not?
Yeah, from here to here.
Yeah lah.
Oh.
You drawing wise you can draw a line this long. But the labeling is D is here, E is here. Your line can be very long. But the labeling must be D must be here, E must be here, and then your job is to measure D to E. You understand? Labeling must be correct. The length of this line can be as long as you want. Okay, so that's why I say you score for the parallel lines, but you don't score for the point E labeling. So your this DE is so wrong. Why? Because your E, that's why I asked you why you put your E here. You have no reason for that. It's just, oh, I like it to be here. Then if you like it to be here, then I like it to be here also. And then maybe another student say, oh, I like it to be here also. What is the actual place of E? Here, right? Because only where E is here, it will meet with BC, right? Line BC. Okay? And then the question here is quite clear cut, is DE. DE means from D to E. So from D to E is just this part, right?
Oh,
Right? Right?
yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, question 16 is a number pattern question. But this number pattern question is very different from the one we used to do. Okay, so
Confused at the last question.
okay, so write down the sequence for the fifth line. So what is the can you see the pattern or not?
Yeah.
So what's the
Plus
fifth
odd
line?
number.
Yeah, plus odd number plus. I mean the odd number. So over here, I hope you can see lah. The left hand side, okay, there is an equal sign here, right? So the left hand side is the sum of odd number, right? And the right hand side is something times something, right? So it's n square. Can you see or not?
Yeah.
It's n square. So in a way, right, the pattern for this is sum of odd number is equal to n square. Understand?
Yeah.
Okay, good. But you also need to be smart about it because line 4 is 5 times 5. Line 3 is 4 times 4. So you know what I mean? So for the fifth line, should be what times what?
6 times 6.
Correct, 6 times 6. So it's 36. Okay? So the sum of odd number, sum of odd number, so how many odd number you want? Okay? So if you look at the number pattern here, right? What you observe? Line 3 is 1, 2, 3, 4. So line 3 is 4 odd numbers. So 4 odd number, sum of 4 odd number, that's what I'm trying to say. So the pattern is, so that's how you analyze the question also. Line 3 is sum of 4 odd numbers, and the sum of 4 number is equal to, sum of 4 odd number is 4 times 4, correct? So the line 4 is sum of 5 odd numbers, and therefore it's 5 times 5. Okay, so how many odd numbers are there from 1 to 49? How many odd numbers are there? 1 to 49?
I wrote 125.
这么多吗? You count lah. You I'm talking about which question you know? I'm talking about this question.
Oh, this one.
Yep, it's 25. 25, right?
Yeah.
You count lah. 1, 3, 5, you know. So it's 25. Okay? So over here, use the above number pattern to find the following. So you have 25 of them, right?
Yeah.
So you just read. So sum of 25 odd numbers. So how do you? 25 times 25, correct.
Oh, then I'm wrong.
No. You wait. There are other approaches to do it. What approach you
No,
use?
because this one is literally completely wrong. This is more than 100 numbers from this.
Do you know why your this approach is wrong? Do you know what you are doing here?
No.
I mean, do you know what you are doing here? You're 24 times this bracket 49 plus 1. Do you know what you are doing here?
Yeah, adding these two numbers. And then over here 2, and then over here.
So, your this approach is for what? When do you use that approach?
When there is like 1 plus 2 plus 3.
Correct!
But divided by 2 already.
No, 不是 divide by 2这么简单。Let me show you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's start with just 4 numbers. 1 plus 4, right? Then you do what? You want to find sum of all this.
Yeah. 1 plus 4 and then 2 plus 3.
不是 I want you to use your method, your approach. I don't want to just add up.
1
If
plus 4.
yeah.
4 divided by 2 and then 1 plus 4.
Okay,
times
so
the 4
yes.
plus 1.
So it's 2 times it's 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how you get 10, right? So go according to your approach. 这个 Okay, so you will get 10, right, for this. But now they don't want, because now there is no 2, there is no 4. They only want 1 and 3, right? So 1 plus 3 is actually equal to 4. So the answer is 4 if they want odd numbers. Your this approach is to find 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus until 49.
No, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7.
Your this approach,
Oh,
your this approach is to find
1 plus 2 plus 3.
Correct. Correct. So you are actually finding the sum of 1 plus 2 plus 3, but what the question want? They don't want the even numbers. Unless you tell me you can find the sum of even numbers in this range, and then you need to use this minus of the, because this one is the number, I mean the sum of all numbers, right? So you need to minus off the sum of the even numbers. Then you will get the sum of all numbers. But that is too complicated. Right? That's too complicated. While you can just use, that's why I say you need to observe the pattern. Can you see the pattern? Sum of 4 odd numbers is 4 times 4. Sum of 5 odd numbers is 5 times 5. Sum of 25 odd numbers is 25 times 25. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay? Instead of using your this sum of all number, then minus off the sum of even number. That is a bit complicated already, right? Okay? So you don't want to choose, you don't want to do that. So they say, this one, 841. Then what is this? 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 times 9. So you just need to find square root. Because that will give you what times what, right? Yeah. Because that's how you get what times what.
Wait.
You square root 841. What was it?
Square root 841 is 29.
哈？再来。
Square root 841, right? 29.
29. So it's 29 times 29, right? So 29 times 29 means sum of 29 odd numbers. So basically, you just have, ask yourself, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus what? Then will give you 29 odd numbers.
59.
Okay, simple. 1 plus 3 plus 5. This is 3 odd, right? Right? How do you get to 5? It's 2 times 3 minus 1. That will give you this one. Okay? So similarly, how do I get to 29 odd? Is 2 times 29 minus 1, which is
57.
yeah.
Really just square root?
Okay, first thing first, why you need to square root first? Why I square root?
To find the two numbers.
Because sum of 25 odd is 25 times 25. Sum of 5 odd is 5 times 5. So I just, over here it says sum of this one, right? Is equals to 29 times 29. Right? Which is 841 ma. Right? So therefore it's sum of 29 odd. No? Okay? So sum of 29 odd. Just ask yourself. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7. How do you get the... This is 4 odd, right? Can you see? This is 4 odd, right? So if this is 4 odd, how do you get the last odd number is 2 times 4 minus 1? Understand?
Yeah.
So therefore 29 odd is 2 times 29 minus 1. So that is how I get the 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus until, so this is 57 until 57. That's how you get 57 for this. You understand or not?
Oh.
It's okay if you don't, we can try it out. So let's say I give you another question similar. 1 plus 2 plus no 2 because we are not talking about even number here.
But what if it's even number?
One later, that one later. If I tell you it's 59, how many odd number are here?
20, no, not 20, 30.
Okay, you say 30 How do you get 30?
59 divided by 2, and then round up.
Don't do it this way. It's very, you see, it's very easy to get mistake if you do it this way. What I will do is, I don't know whether this is correct or not. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I can check. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7. How many odd numbers are here? 4 odd. Right? 1 plus 3 plus 5. How many odds are here?
3.
3 odd. Okay, good. Now I'm going to use the pattern to tell me how to get this one. So what is the observation here? The observation is, hey, my last number, how does my last number relate to the number or odd number? How my last number relate to the number, to the value of the odd number? Okay? How do you get 7? 7 is given by 2 times 4 minus 1, right? How do you get 5? 2 times 3 minus 1, right? So therefore, how many odd numbers are here is, I need to use 2 times something minus 1 will give me 59. So the answer is 30. That's how I guarantee I get the correct answer. So your answer is correct. 30. Okay? But no, I'm not talking about this question now. I'm talking about my question, okay?
Yeah, I know.
There is always a problem with you is, whatever question I'm talking here, it might not be related to your question directly. Okay? Generally, the question I give you is my own example. You don't have to look at yours. So that's also this is also something you shouldn't have. Okay? Whatever I talk about here, unless I say, hey, I'm talking about your answer, then you go and relate them. Okay? So now, they give me 1 plus 3 plus plus n. They give me 841. And I know my 841 here is something times something, which is 29 times 29, right? So what they try to tell me here is, you have 29 odd number here. Right?
Okay.
So when you have 29 odd number here is, just now what we say, 2 times the number odd number, right, is equal to the last number here.
Yeah.
Right? That's how the n related, right? In this case, the n is the last number.
Yeah.
So that's why n equals to this one. That's why you get 57. I can test you with other stuff. Like, let's say 25 times 25. So in fact, they can say, oh, 1 plus 2, no 2, sorry. 1 plus 3 plus 5 until n equals to 625. So 625 is 25 times 25, by the way. Right? Then after that, you just need to find out what's your n. And that means what they are trying to tell you is, you have 25 odd here. Does it make sense? So 25 odd, how do you get 25 odd related to the n? The n is equal to 2 times 25 minus 1. So therefore, 这个是49. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how you do this question. Okay?
Okay.
Alright?
But what is even number?
Even number alone or even plus odd?
Even number alone.
Okay, even number alone. Okay, good. Okay, so if even number alone, right? So basically they need to give you a so but anyway, you should know how to do the 1 plus 2 plus 3 all numbers, right? Okay, good. So line 1 is 2. Line 2 is 2 plus 4, right? Line 3 is 2 plus 4 plus 6, right? Okay, so this one is 2, this one is 6, this one is 12, right? Right? Okay, good. So now, if they give you line 50, so line 50 means what? You have 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus until, what's the end number? So that means you are going to have 50 of it, right?
Yeah.
So you are going to have 50 even numbers. So what is the 50th even number? What's the 50th even number?
50th
Yeah.
even number.
Yes. What's the 50th even number?
Should be 100, right?
Correct, 100. So that's how you nail down the last even number. So now your job is to find out 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus until plus 100. But before you do that, I want you to see the trend. This one is 2 times 1, right?
Yeah.
This one is 2 times 1, then plus 2 times 2, right?
Yeah.
This one is 2
2
times
times
1
1
plus 2 times 2 plus 2 times 3, right?
Yeah.
So, what do you observe? This one is going to be 2 times 1 plus 2 times 2 plus 2 times 3 plus until 2 times 50, right?
Yeah.
So what is the common factor here?
2.
2. And then the rest is just 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus until 50. So your job is to find out the sum of 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus until 50. Am I right?
So can we just like 50? Okay, can 50 plus 1 and then
Yeah,
times
you need to get 50 plus 1. That means you need to get this out first, which is 50 plus 1. And then after that,
times 25
times 25,
times 2.
then times 2. So that means you do it separately. Can you see? This part is, you do it separately.
So can we just do like that?
Wait. You do 50 plus 1 bracket times 25. That is only for you to find out this part.
Yeah.
You still have to times 2 to get the sum of all 50 even numbers.
Yeah.
Yep. This is the only way for even numbers.
Oh,
Unless you have another approach. I don't.
that's not just even numbers though.
Huh?
It's 1 and 3. It's not just even numbers.
你哪里是 1 and 3?
You see over there?
1 plus 2 plus 3. Are you talking about this?
Yeah.
Wait. Your this 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus until 50, right? Is derived from what?
Oh, derived from the.
It's derived from here.
Oh.
When you have 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus whatever here, right? You see, hey, I have an odd number here, leh. You're not doing. I thought you are doing even number. We are doing even number, but somehow this even number.
Yeah, because of the 2 times 1 plus
Correct.
2 times
That's why your odd numbers appeared here.
3. Yeah, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Your odd number that appeared here is not telling you, hey, I'm not doing even number. You are doing even number, but somehow I see a relationship between the even number to this sum of all numbers actually. You understand me or not?
Yeah.
Okay, so for even number you do it this way. So for odd number you do it that way.
Is the times 2 to like because of the 2 in the front?
Mm-hmm.
2 times 1, 2
Yep.
times 2. Is it
Yeah.
because of that 2? Is like the time.
Is the odd number that appeared here is because you take up the common factor 2 out.
So factorize lah.
Yeah, you factorize the 2 out. And somehow it.
Okay, then I know.
So you take out the common factor 2, which is here. Okay? And then you realize, hey, I can take out the common factor 2. Then after that, what I have is a very nice 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus until 50. Okay? So it's just like if I have 4, okay, sorry. If I have 4 plus 4 times 2 plus 4 times 3 plus 4 times 4. Okay? So the common factor is 4, right? Then what you are left with is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. And by the way, this one is 4 plus 8 plus 12 plus 16. And then that's how you get the sum of all this. Okay?
Yeah.
Or is it because these questions are... so you got this wrong anyway. Never mind. Okay, we take a brief break before we continue.